that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, God, it's a toad, son. It's a toad, dude.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.
Let's play it again. No, I'm just playing.
Play that funky music.
Play that funky music, white boy. What is going on? Fans of the One Cast, welcome back to Fishing Friday Live. We got a little bit of a delay, so I'm going to talk. Trey's watching us live, so, you know, he's watching us live. It's like Inception. I got to fix it.
Yeah, you got to fix the cable because we had Hobie in here, so we were doing some of that awesomeness with the camera.
Yeah, you can see Hobie, the new Hobie hat chilling up front. Along, if you haven't been following us on socials, we got our Hull Float glasses, the new frame, which is made 100% of upcycled Hobie kayak material from their factory. So they're able to take that, make floating frame floating frame lenses out of those. So we got a pair, and looking forward to trying those. You can get your own at the link in the description. You can click on this Linktree link that I'm about to post. Click on Hobie Eyewear, save you some money, or you can go to their website, hobieeyewear.com, and pay full price if you want to, but don't do that. Use our code, David Fuchs, save some money, get some Hull floats. It helps show that you learned about Hobie from us. You know, super cool. We've brought a few people to Hobie, and next Thursday an episode's drop with them. We're going to talk all about the Hull float. So that's coming to you next Thursday at 7 p.m. We'll be putting some teasers out with them this week. And looking forward to that. You can also head to onecastfishing.com. Use the code TheOneCast at checkout, all one word. Save yourself some money. Grab the snagless jigs, long neck hooks, weedless neds, all of that good stuff. Where else can they get you?
They need to head on over to CarolinaWatersNC.com. We were actually supposed to have one of their owners in the studio tonight, but he came down ill. So we're super sorry to hear that. But Carolina Waters has been taking care of us for a long time, protecting us from the UV rays. So you can go over there, CarolinaWatersNC.com. Get yourself those hats, those buffs, those gloves. They got apparel for women over there as well, and help support a local company right here out of North Carolina that supports us the most. So use the code TheOneCast at checkout, and you're going to save some money.
Yeah, they head over to your app store, download the Deep Dive app. We've talked about it a bunch at length. They have some new features. I'm not going to spend a ton of time talking about it, but you need to get it. They do have a 7-day free trial where you can see all the features, but we spend more a year probably in soft plastics than we do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Then you'll pay for that. So head over there, grab yourself the app, pay for the year. It's like $50. And,
I think it's like $80.
Go catch more. $80?
Yeah, I think it's like $80 for the year.
Fish.
Yeah. They I think Ben has been highlighting that water discharge feature that they have on the app right now, which is great. So if you guys have any questions about the Deep Dive app, just shoot us a DM. We'd be more than happy to answer anything that you have when it comes to that. We're going to catch more fish using that. And then where else do they need to go, Pete?
Yeah, you need if you're looking to buy a home or property in North Carolina, you need to hit up our friend Terry Carpenter, licensed NC realtor at Coldwell Banker, Howard Perry, and Walston. Terry's local full-time realtor. Make sure you check him out. We've put his information out there a whole bunch. You can find him at on our link tree, which I posted. I posted his link tree in there, so you can find all his links in there. You can go check him out. Terry's a good friend. He's supporting not only the show, but Trey and I in our fishing adventures this year. We couldn't do what we're doing this year with the national championship and everything without some support from companies that we work with. So thank you everybody that is helping us out there. You know, we talk about it all the time. Yeah, we got the new carpet decals going to be going on can you see it? Yeah. New carpet decals going on. Reppin' Terry. We've got the jersey design finalized. But yeah, you know, we talk all the time about what's going on, Steve, all the time about logistics and money. It's just not tournament entry fees. And, you know, this is the first we travel for all of our local tournaments, which sounds weird, but we stay sort of close to the lake usually with we stay with Nick and Mike Nadu, who've both been on the show. Nick was supposed to join us tonight, but he's sick. Unfortunately, everybody's sick. And, you know, so we have a little bit of money involved there, but we really learned a little bit of what it's like when we started making our plans for it's all right, brother. I got your bread at the house still. We'll get it to you. Chelsea wouldn't let me eat it. You know, when we started planning the logistics out and, you know, you got to book a place to stay and you start looking at meals, it gets expensive quick. So we've had some of these companies that we work with the podcast have stepped up to help train I personally, and I can't thank them all enough. Any little bit helps. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting down there. Probably the most content we'll ever make around a tournament.
Yeah.
We're really going to push what we normally do and film all of that. So looking forward to bringing that to everybody in our experience fishing that, you know, national championship for the Fishers of Men on Lake Murray. Starting to get pumped about it, man. I'm starting to I don't try to visualize things. I know there's people that have vision boards and they think you can will things into existence.
Easy. I got a vision board. Come on.
I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I just think
I'm
it's
just kidding.
bullshit. But I'm just kidding. Anybody has a vision board. It's a joke. But I'm not into that will things into existence. But I've been starting to see us doing the tournament and picturing fishing and had some dreams about it. So definitely on my mind and getting excited for that. But we still got a little ways to go. We need some warm weather.
Yeah. I think it was interesting how you brought up we might fish regionally here around the house, but not something that a lot of people don't think about is marketing and advertising for the local partners that you have here, because most of the time it's catch your fish, weigh in, stand around, see if you won or see if you cut a check, and then roll out. Right. But there's a lot of business that can be had. There's a lot of business that can be done at these local weigh-ins, and you're not the only, and the anglers aren't the only ones that come to watch the weigh-ins. I mean, if you go to Bugs Island, I know people, if you put in at certain ramps, they'd drive down in their golf carts and they come check the weigh-ins out.
We saw that at Murray too.
Yeah.
Campground and stuff around.
Lake Murray's the same way, maybe Gaston, whatever. Especially for lakes where there's homes on the lake and stuff like that. So there's a great opportunity there to promote partnerships and stuff. And so we're, like you said, we're really thrilled about our partners this year. And, we don't fish the NPFL or Elites or BPT, but we do fish Fishers of Men, and it's national, and we're going to promote our buddies the best we can.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I'm excited to promote them locally. We're working on some stuff with Hobie to do at some of these local events. So really excited for this year. Tim said, I've been watching from his 2 years. I'm not sure if I ever heard how you two met.
That's a great story. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't sure what we were going to talk about tonight. We were going to talk about fishing, but yeah, it's a story. It's a tale as old as time. You want to start or you want me to?
Yeah. So, actually, Tim, this is a really funny story, right? Or I wouldn't say funny, but it's cool. So a few years ago, I had met Ben, who's the third person in the one cast. You guys are all one casters, but I had met Ben through his wife, who I was training during a qualification course. And so I kind of met Ben that way. And I had seen his YouTube channel before. So that's kind of how the conversation got started. And then to kind of sum it up, I met Ben.
Let me give my
and
side.
then
So I had known Ben. I'd bought jigs from him. You all know I'm not a YouTube guy, but my wife had watched some of his videos on YouTube, said, hey, you should check this guy out. So I looked him up and I was like, yeah, man. So I ordered some of his jigs, and then I met him in the Lowe's parking lot instead of paying shipping because we were local. And then that turned into he just randomly messaged me one Tuesday and was like, want to jump in the boat for the Tuesday nighter on Jordan? I was like, yep. And then he got in his car wreck. If you guys don't know, he was in a bad truck accident. Somebody crossed the center line, hit him head on, messed up both his wrists. He couldn't walk. So I just messaged him and asked if he needed help with jigs. So I started going to Ben's house. While we were doing everything, I was like, hey, man, we should start a podcast, because we were sitting around talking about fishing, talking about all the stuff we talk about here, right? And I'm like, let's just do it. Maybe somebody will listen. If they don't, what's it matter? We're hanging around the garage doing this anyway. Let's record it.
Yeah.
And we procrastinated like we do. And yeah, so then Trey comes along. Go ahead.
Yeah. So then I come along, and I think I met you when Ben wanted to have dinner with us. Is that correct? Or was it before that?
It was before that. Yeah.
Okay. So long story short,
we met here.
Okay,
The
yeah.
first time we like randomly, I just got invited to your. No,
We didn't meet.
no,
here.
we did. We met here
Did we really?
because you were like, we started a group text in Signal,
Okay,
and you were like, we can do it in my garage. Come look. And
Yep.
the first time I met Trey was at his house.
yeah. So then, so we had a dinner one night at Ben's house. Ben grilled some steaks and stuff, and we got to talking, and I think it was like November rolling into December, but it was like that like late November time frame. We were just like, hey, let's just do it. So we just built it. We just built the
we
room.
built it. I ordered all the gear.
Yep. Pete ordered everything. We framed the walls up. We put a door in. It's a screen door that you would get at Lowe's. I mean, everything came from Lowe's. And then dude, we just started recording. I mean, and you know, I think people have heard this before. Pete and I didn't even really like each other at the beginning.
No, so if you didn't,
It
that's what we
wasn't-
were gonna say.
Yeah,
Like,
it wasn't that we disliked each other, is that we
didn't really know each
we
other.
didn't know each other, so we were feeling each other out, right? So when you look at it, like everything kind of revolved around Ben, and then you had me on this side and Pete on this side, and Ben was kind of the hub of the two or of the three. And then obviously you guys can see what this has transitioned into now. So
Yeah, and it was a little bit of a feeling out process. I hate using the term like alpha males, but when you have
it is.
when you have guys that have
Yeah.
fairly large personalities and are used to sort of being in charge, and you get together, we I don't want to say we butted heads, but there was definitely some
We were
feeling out.
sniffing each other's
'Cause,
ass.
yeah, we were
Right?
like dogs,
Yeah.
man. Like we were walking around sniffing each other. Yeah, Trey does need a beard. It's coming. It's coming. So I don't even know when it clicked, but I remember coming home after the first couple episodes, and I was like, I really don't know how I feel about this Trey dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, he thinks he knows everything. Like he talks
And
all
I do.
proper, but it's his job. Like once you get to know, bro, it is a bromance, dude. And then
For sure.
I don't know if it was like we went fishing together, something happened, and then like literally we were just like best friends.
I think we had a
It was almost like stepbrothers.
yeah.
Like, did we just become best friends?
Yep.
Yep. And it just clicked like that.
Do you want to do karate in the garage?
Yep. Now we finish each other's sandwiches. No, but yeah, really, that's how we met. So it was
Yeah.
a little over 2 years ago, just before the show started. No, we met at Raleigh the year before. That was
That's
where we
right.
met the first time. You came up. We both went up to help at the Raleigh Expo.
Raleigh Fishing
And
Show.
that's when we first started talking about the podcast, and then we put it off for another 7 months, and then we finally did it. So we recorded our first 3 or 4 episodes in like 2 nights
Yep.
because we wanted to have some backlog to drop, and then none of us knew we were doing. So I released 2 episodes at the same time. We dropped 2 on our initial go, and yeah, we've just been rolling ever since then. And Trey and I have fished together a bunch, and our families are like family. And yeah, it's just sometimes you meet somebody and things just click, and you end up gaining another brother. So
That's right.
That's what it was like, and it's been enjoyable. What's going on, Eric? I hope you're doing well. Hey man, I shouted out your fundraiser last week. I shared your video. I don't know if you still have any hats or anything, but if you want to plug it in the comments, definitely do, and I will share it across all of the platforms. So if you still have some of those hats left, Nick, definitely a bromance. Some reason I thought all of you met in the service. No, I mean, man, everybody down here, whether you served or not.
Hold on, stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
man.
All right, Tim, let me say this, right? So this is inside baseball. When I first met Pete would throw out like acronyms and terminology and things that just to me were like, who do you work for? Or who did you work for? Right. So then there was like that instant,
Yeah.
like,
What do you do?
How does he know these things about these things that nobody knows about those things? I don't know.
Trey was pretty sure I was CIA.
100%. I thought
He thought I worked for the agency.
Yeah. Yeah. I
for
was like,
quite a while.
this isn't normal. But I mean, at the end of the day, Tim, like, it was, and I will say this for my military retirement, for my transition from service, it's been a breath of fresh air because you don't know what's going to happen when you retire. You have no idea what your circle of friends is going to look like, what's your community, your culture, all those things. And so for me, it's absolutely phenomenal.
And I'll say, and this isn't a knock on anybody, but if you know folks that have served, like you didn't serve in the regular army. Like the
No.
the majority of your career was in special operations, and that community is very different. It seems like when people leave the service in the big army, those dudes stay a lot closer. Where when you leave SOF, it's almost like you're abandoning your community, and
Yeah.
there's a little bit of like feeling of forgottenness. So I understand where you're coming from.
Mhm.
But we all came from a background of service. So I
Yes.
didn't serve in the military, but I served
you
my
served.
community for a bunch of years and did stuff. You know, Ben and Trey were in, and it's a similar mindset whether you serve your local community or you serve your country.
Camaraderie.
Yeah, it's the camaraderie, it's the
Dark
dark humor. Like we've been talking about starting a podcast where we're wearing masks and we can just share dark humor.
Yeah.
Just because some of the stuff we say
That
is
would be
hilarious.
100% a Patreon
100%
account.
Patreon. Yeah, that's the only way you're getting that one. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's how we met, Tim. I appreciate you asking that. Well, I don't think we ever shared the full story, but
No.
yeah, there was definitely a feeling out period. I think that is the camera focused on the Hobie hat.
I don't know.
Did
I
we look
mean-
all right, people? I mean, I always look good, but
Let's turn the Hobie hat that way.
But yeah, so that's where we are, man. And tomorrow we're gonna spend the day getting boats put back together. I had to send my 360 in because I ripped a cable out of it. We got wrapped around the head of my Ultrex. Probably when I hit a log, I got to put a new mount on my Active Target 2 because I broke that off a stump in the river.
Yep.
I thought I broke the trolling motor shaft.
Oh
when
yeah,
broke
I thought you broke something other than the mount.
Trey. Yeah, we got to get some waypoints transferred, and you might as well bring your AT2 and we'll get that mounted too more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll bring it. We'll see if we're motivated enough to do it. But listen, I have to be a man of my word. I got a buddy of mine that hit me up on Instagram who's interested in my HDS Carbon 9s. And those literally are just the carbons themselves with the graph covers and stuff. And they will be, I have the original boxes for them and stuff. So if my buddy doesn't want them, they will be up for sale on my my Facebook and stuff like that. So just to let you guys know, maybe give you first dibs if my buddy Clayton doesn't want them. They might be coming up. So 2 HDS Carbon 9s. They've been great graphs and stuff.
Yeah.
I got to wipe them clean. I got to get all my waypoints, all my trails and stuff off from them. And they're going to be going up online because I just put HDS Pros on there. I'm not a baller. I'm still rocking my Tracker 195. Don't worry. But I'll still smash your face out of that. So that's what I care about. No, I'm just kidding.
Man, that took a turn I wasn't expecting.
Hey, I'm about to win, bro.
Yeah.
It's about winning.
It's about
you know
winning,
what I mean?
yeah.
Let's go. I'm just kidding. I had to
But-
say that to Nick and Mikey.
Yeah, but I've got some order Lorentzes I'm going to put back up too. And
Yeah.
I need to get them out of my garage. They're annoying me. So make somebody a really good deal on them bad boys.
Dude, this is a great time for all of us to like reset, strip line off the reels, you know.
garage I got to sell too.
Yeah. Sell some stuff, hook our friends up with good deals, you know, whether it's graphs or rods and reels and baits and stuff
What's up,
like
Cody?
that. So yeah, man, be on the lookout for some stuff going up online for sale.
I really enjoyed watching Ben make jigs and interact with his fans. Yeah, man. I think he'll get back to that. It's just stuff's been so busy, man. When he released the new jig and some of the other product, like sales went up pretty good for him, which is awesome. And it's kept him super busy. So he hasn't done one of those lives in a while. Max Davis asked if he get a shout out Max Davis over there on YouTube. Thanks for
What up,
jumping on,
Max?
man. Who would be a good company to buy a charger? I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. I'm a fan of NoCo chargers. I've had
That's
them
what I
for a
have.
long time. Never had any issues out of them. They do a great job. They have a good warranty, good customer service. The Minn Kota chargers are really good. If you have the money to spend, then a power pull charge is great because it'll charge your batteries, but then it'll charge your trolling motor batteries or your other batteries off of your main battery without the need for a fancy alternator or something. So there's some unique features there. But for me, I'm a NoCo guy. So I run a NoCo
Me
4
too.
bank. It lets me select because I have mixed batteries right now. I'm running an AGM for my cranking battery. And then I run a lithium for some electronics and then 2 lithiums for my trolling motor. Oh, Charger boats. I didn't they go out of business?
I mean, I know somebody that has.
I know somebody has one for sale. His name is James Watson. You can hit him up. I don't know any local Charger dealers, Eddie. I'm not sure.
No,
Sorry, when you
that'd be
said
up in the
Charger,
Missouri area.
when you said Charger, I was thinking
Yeah, I thought you meant a battery
Charger.
charger. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's any dealers. The best thing to do is look on their website, and if you get some names and want to ask us, we'll gladly do some research and see if we know.
We can hit up
anybody
James
or
Watson
whatever.
for you. You might know.
Eric said, "Thanks, Pete. They're raising money." So this is Eric Winter with Higher Power Baits. They're raising money to buy food and some other basic stuff for the folks that were affected by Hurricane Helene. They're helping both Western North Carolina and Eastern Tennessee. Hot Springs is where they're taking food, which is in North Carolina. They're selling hats with 423, which is the area code, with 865, which is one of the other area codes. One's Tennessee, one's North Carolina. $20 a hat. All the profit of those hats are going to buying those supplies.
I'm buying them
put
right
right
now.
on there. The numbers are area codes for the areas affected in East Tennessee. Either reach me on my personal page or Higher Power Baits Facebook page. So just go to Higher Power Baits and
I'm
shoot
buying
him a
two right
message
now.
and get your hat. Help out those folks because it's still bad over there. It's not great. There's still folks living in tents. It's winter. There's folks without homes, without kitchens, and everybody's doing everything they can to try to help. So definitely check out Higher Power Baits on Facebook. Give them a follow, first of all, because they're awesome. Eric's hand-tied jigs are amazing. They're helping our communities that we're so impacted by Hurricane Helene and the perfect storm. So I'm going to put the name of the company in there. If you guys want to copy and paste it, I don't think it'll let me tag them in a comment
Can't
here.
send
But
him a message.
you probably have to like the page
I already
first.
did.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh,
We'll get them.
yeah.
We'll get them. That's weird. It won't let you send them a message. Are you on your account or are you on one of the business?
I'm
ones?
on my personal account.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm trying to send him a message right now.
But Eric's gonna buy some. Trey's gonna buy some from Eric, and I still need to because Chelsea told me to, and then I forgot. So don't yell at me, Chelsea. Tim said, "I enjoy. You can make fun of each other and laugh it off, and you can't fake that." Trey, I really appreciate you and the guys you serve doing all the things that protect our families.
I appreciate that, Tim,
Yeah,
man.
thank you for your service, Trey.
Thank you for your service, Pete.
Absolutely, Eric. Yeah, we'll do everything we can to help you get those hats moved so we can help those folks. He said I was wondering about Charger boats who will end up buying them. Oh, okay.
Ooh, I don't know. That's a great
I don't
question.
know. More than likely, Johnny will buy them and then shut them down. So it'll be the end of that.
I don't know. They're a great boat, man. I hope that they stay true to themselves, and I hope that they don't shut the doors. I mean, they got a really cool product. I mean, they're heavy, really, really heavy boats, but very unique, and they run good water. So,
And that's not a knock on Johnny Morse. Like he's the
No,
guy that's got the money
not at all.
to buy up those companies when they come up for sale. You saw Gambler didn't want to sell, and it's gone in and out of business 400 times. So,
Mm-hmm.
you've got to take who has the money to buy it, and whether it lives or dies, it's hard to say. So we'll see what happens. Having more, was that you?
Yeah, it was my tummy.
Having more boat manufacturers isn't a bad thing. So it'll be interesting. There's a lot of good boats out there. Still some good independent companies. White River Marine stepping up their boat building. They've gotten a lot better than the old reputation they used to have. Tracker's got that sick new 215.
Yep.
He sent
Hey,
picture.
Yeah, let's give David Fuchs and Christina
They
Fuchs.
sent it to me too.
They are at the Mike Iaconelli Foundation dinner right now, and hopefully you guys are having a great time up there. I don't think they're dialed in. Maybe they are dialed in. I think David made a comment earlier, but Ike runs that foundation every year, and he raised a lot of money for. I don't know what the money's for. I don't know what the Ike
Foundation.
the Ike Foundation.
Kids into fishing from
Yeah.
Lower income areas.
Yep.
They supply rods and reels, and they hold a bunch of events and stuff. So
Which is why I'm going to buy a couple hats. So I need to figure out how to buy those hats.
yeah, I got one signed.
No, not the Ike hat
Oh,
for Western North Carolina.
well, just go to Eric's personal page and shoot him a message. He said Eric Andrew Winter.
All right.
You can find them through mine if you can. I can show you how to do that because you're pretty illiterate when it comes to computers. Too.
Stop.
But yeah, so we're looking forward to getting ready for the season, getting logos put on boats, getting jerseys made, doing all of the stuff we got to do to continue to help promote those companies that stepped up big time. Again, I can't say enough how thankful we are because we had some folks step up big time this year to help us.
I just sent them a message.
There you go. Help us chase some of our dreams and be able to go fish. I'm going to try to pull it up. I'll give you all a sneak peek of our jersey design for this year.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like I said, this is all part of that like preseason work stuff you got to do. And let me see. Go back here and share that. I'll show you all a little peek of what we're working with this year.
Present.
Half right.
Half right. There we go.
Oh, which one is it?
That one right there.
Nope.
Top one. There it is.
Yeah, so that's what we got going this year.
So we got the Terry Carpenter up front and center. We got Fishers of Men over the right breast. Right breast. Carolina Waters over the left breast. Over our heart, Nick Kincaid, Bradley Terry. One Cast Fishing just below Terry Carpenter. And then we got Hobie Eyewear on there. Take a Warrior Fishing, the One Cast, us. Cashin, Heroes Harvest, and FX3 Inc. on the front. And then we're looking at the left. We got the American flag and Anglers Helping Anglers. One cast at a time as our motto with the North Carolina flag. And then if you scroll back up at the top, we got Pete Chandrick. No, I'm just kidding.
One will say Pete, one will say Trey.
All right. It might say Trey Chandrick and Pete Thompson.
That would be hilarious.
That would be funny.
Wasn't Pete Thompson? Wasn't that Maverick's real name?
It was definitely Pete
Thompson. That's what I'm going with.
I don't know. Whatever.
Together we are Maverick.
Together we are.
That's what we're going with.
And then we got our Terry Carpenter Realtor partner on there and the same logo. So
yeah. So we're looking forward to that. Looking forward to this year. What's everybody else got going? I mean, come on. Ask away. Ask the questions. What do the people want? I'm ready to go smack a fish in 2025 in the face because
I have yet to catch a bass in 2025.
I haven't fished yet.
I caught a catfish.
You did catch some catfish.
I caught some catfish on old Karen Harris.
You might have to go on Sunday. I think the weather's supposed to be decent.
Let's go to Gaston.
Okay, we're taking your boat.
What? Yeah, we can take both boats
because you got everything dialed in. I just want to.
I actually need to get forward facing sonar dialed in, but we can definitely do that.
We'll have to look at the weather.
Yeah, it might be 500.
If it's like windy, I don't want to go.
It depends on which way the wind's out of. So have you guys been fishing? I mean, obviously the north is iced over right now. I haven't been fishing truly like bass fishing since December of 2024. I took the boat out once to get the graphs and everything else dialed in. Seth Ellis says he can't wait to fish against us too. Hammers. Seth, we're not hammers. We're more like soft mallets.
Yeah. Like dead blow mallets.
like
or like maybe a finish hammer, like that you put the little finish nails in. It's got that real teeny little head. Yeah. Like maybe that. Hi, Dad. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
My mom says hi. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom and Dad. Aw.
Okeechobee, Florida, joining in with Small Water Charters. Welcome. Appreciate y'all jumping on. Check it out.
I need to get a charter going. And
yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, next year we are taking a trip.
Yeah, 100%.
In February to Florida.
Peter, your mom says.
And then in April of next year, we're going to Erie for a week.
Yeah. Also, May this year we got a saltwater tournament, right?
Yeah, take a warrior fishing. Yeah, saltwater. They got a saltwater tournament with Take a Warrior Fishing. So head to takeawarriorfishing.org. Check out those events. We've got April 19th.
Jordan Lake.
We've got the Jordan Lake event, and then
Seth, you better sign up.
March or May something is a saltwater one. Don't kill me, Dwayne.
Dwayne,
because I don't remember when it is.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't listened to our recorded episodes on like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and stuff like that, I think the last episode to release was our projections of the Bass Pro Tour for 2025. Before that, we had Josh Watkins' wife, Cheryl Watkins, on. And before that one, we had Seth Ellis's wife, Christina Ellis, on, which both of them were fantastic episodes. So go back and give those a listen and let you know what let us know what you think in the comments. Gosh, that's a tongue
Yeah,
twister.
nailed it. Yeah, so May 17th is that tournament, the ocean tournament where Trey is signed up to go fish as one of the warriors. I'm going to be working. I'm coming to South Carolina. When are you going to South Carolina, Tony?
Well, Tony, the MPFL will be in South Carolina at Santee Cooper here within the
They
next.
caught 21 yesterday afternoon. What were your best 5? Oh, I got to know what Okeechobee's pumping out right now.
21 fish. Golly, dude, there's not even 21 fish that are hungry in our lakes right now.
No, you can see the Florida strain cold effect on us.
Oh yeah.
That water got below 45, and those fish I don't think have eaten in 3 months.
No, the catfish are biting.
Oh, they're hungry.
Catfish are eating for sure. So
We got some warmer, stable weather though. I've looked for the next couple weeks at least, so it's gonna pick up. I'm ready to get out there with the old A rig and try to. I'm gonna catch a 9+ off Jordan on the A rig this year.
you're gonna snag one at least.
I mean, I don't care if it's hooked in the eyeball.
It still counts.
Yeah,
It don't
tried
matter.
to eat it.
It don't matter.
I got that 4 facing.
Seth Ellis is on here, guys. He's your local dude.
We'll check it out. Small water charters. Appreciate that.
Seth Ellis, what is your favorite bait to throw in February?
A rig.
He don't throw an A rig.
No, that's my favorite.
I know it's
What's yours?
in February.
Pinging a minnow.
Hey, pinging a night crawler.
Pinging a crawler. Get me a crawler under a float.
Yeah, give me a crawler.
Oh
in
man,
a
said you
court.
gotta come to Erie in May.
I don't know if I can swing that in May.
His doctor's appointments. We got like 942 freaking tournaments.
We have 4 tournaments in April. We have 2 or 3 in May. So that's including the saltwater diddly bop.
Yeah,
Right. So
it's gonna be busy this year.
yeah, she's gonna be busy, and I'm trying to find another job. Hey, if anybody out there needs somebody to work, Seth Ellis said flat side crankbait.
Don't say Seth will have you cutting wood at Goatwood Farms.
I'm not working at Goatwood Farms. You can't make me go
You
to
can't make
Rainbow
me
Land.
Go to Rainbow Land. He said a flat-sided crankbait, Nick. What's
Yeah.
your favorite February bait, Nick? You probably don't fish because I don't think Mikey Native.
Mike's gonna be like shaky head, or Nick's gonna be like shaky
That's
head.
all he ever fishes, a shaky head.
That's not true. He fishes chatterbait too.
yeah, true.
I love a flat side crankbait this time of year. This time of year, a flat side crankbait and a lipless crankbait in some sort of craw pattern are really good baits.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you hear
it's an
that?
airplane, yeah.
Good
What is that
gracious.
squalling
Yeah.
out there? You guys say to one brand of spinnerbaits, or do you change maker? There's really
couple.
2 that I throw a lot. There's a third one that I sort of rolled in. Nick's is a jerkbait. It's a good February bait too. But we have like early spring, I like to throw a booyah. Eric Winter said number 5 shatter wrap and 4 leaf. That's fair, man. That is fair. But yeah, I'll throw a booyah.
A booyah's a good one.
Is my favorite colder water early spring. They just have a color and a blade combination that works really well for me. We've got a secret spinnerbait we throw most of the rest of the year. That's not really a secret in North Carolina, but I'm not going to say it on here because Seth Ellis will hurt me, and he's a big man, and he's always yelling at people, and I don't want to get yelled at.
Even when he
anymore.
talks normally.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
And then
it's just
911 has good 911.
911. Yep, 911 customs.
Yep.
And then True South, or not True South, Biz Baits came out with some what they call shad fry spinnerbaits last year, which are smaller, more compact for the fall time. And I started throwing those and had some success on them.
You know, who asked the question?
that was Tim Triani.
They all have their place. I got a lot of Strike King ones up there. Those ones I like to throw if I'm not scared to lose them.
Yeah.
And like Pete said, those booyahs, they're really good with their Colorado blades and slowing those things down. And 911 or 911 custom lures, like they got some really natural profiles and stuff like that. And so I think it's, but to answer the question is no, we use all brands, a lot of brands.
Yeah. He said we fish Jurassic Park a lot. That's what the pros call that lake, but we call it Donkey Land. It's near Okeechobee. Yeah, I want to go to Donkey Land.
Where's Donkey
I want
Land?
to go catch some more.
It's
fence
near
pandas.
Okeechobee. What is that? Orange Lake?
No, he said the name of it up there.
What
I
is,
always like the Stanley Wedge. That's a great spinnerbait. Yep.
what's it called?
Canansville.
Kenansville.
That must be like
Is that part of like the Winter Haven chain or something?
sneaky,
Or is it just like a random
sneaky
lake?
spots, man?
Yeah.
It's a sneaky snake.
I've always liked the Stanley Wedge. Yep.
Stanley
Oh.
Wedge is a good spinner bait. Seth, why'd you yell at me, man? I'm not gonna say the name of it. Seth 1 Minute Ellis. I don't. Wasn't that the song? Wasn't it 1 Minute Man or something? Was the
Yeah,
song?
it's Minute
Yeah,
Man.
Minute Man.
Yeah.
Seth 1 Minute Ellis in the house,
That's
ladies
right.
and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Hey, did he drop our glide baits off today? He ain't gonna tell me now after all this smack I've talked. Those are gone.
I'm
One
not
of them's
sure.
for Trey, so
Oh, really?
yeah, bunch of glide bait, bro.
I throw that shit on 8-pound test.
Beginning of St. John's that runs north near Headwaters. Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. So you know there's giants in it.
Yeah, I think Ben might go down Headwaters down that area.
Yeah,
like,
small-
next week.
Small water charters. Our buddy Ben's going to be heading down. And
He's our third wheel. He
he's
had a
ju-
church event.
Yeah,
That's
he's
why
just going down to fish and have a good time. So you should totally hit him up, DM him or whatever, and I'm sure he'd link up with you when he's down there. You'd probably be able to take him for some money.
my man Seth.
Oh, Seth
Got some.
Ellis in the house. He's got him.
Yeah,
So
no
it's
doubt
like-
you see everyone down there for sure.
So it's like I ain't got no grass, but I got glide baits.
Right.
Seth, you get those graph shot. Hey, if anybody on here has got some Helix, Solix, or what's the other
No,
one?
he wants Solix or the new one, the Explorers.
Oh, Explorers. If you got an Explorer 10 or 12, let us know. Seth Ellis will buy them from you. He'll trade you. I don't know if he'll trade you.
Buddies with Roland. Yeah, fishing down in Okeechobee. All that good stuff. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Tony Parcial are heading to Hartwell. When are you going to Hartwell? Stay away from Toho. They just sprayed it by.
Oh, did they really?
Did they really? He said possession is 9/10 of the law, bro. Yeah, well, we'll see. You ever been had a hood over your head and been pulled into a white minivan?
He said that's every Tuesday night.
What you talking about, man?
What
We
you
the D
talking about?
team. That's like initiation.
Yeah, I know, right?
Flex cuff. No. I know you got them. You know I love you. Oh, I'm drinking another beer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so next year we're gonna make a trip down to Florida though, because this year I have to burn a bunch of vacation for a wedding and for my nephew in Wyoming, and then found Mikey Balls passed out at ramp.
Oh,
Passed
he's
out-
got a pretty cool YouTube
Yeah.
channel, man. That's somebody.
passed out.
Hey,
drunk.
if you know him, have him hit us up, dude. We'd love to get him on the show.
I
for
can't
sure.
wait for you to try, bro. You ain't taser resistant. 12,000 joules straightens everybody out.
some people that buy a base from
Buy
me.
baits for me, come up
Oh.
there and go fishing with them for a week. Oh, awesome. Yeah, you have to let us know when we are. It's not that
Where's
far.
Tony live at?
Tony, you're in.
Are you in Tennessee?
I think he's in western Tennessee.
Tony, let us know where you.
Yeah, I can't.
Don't give
remember.
us your address or on the open forum, but let us know where you reside.
I still owe you stickers to me. I'm terrible.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. I'm a very literal person, so I just read what you.
Yeah, I knew what you meant, but Trey can't.
Yeah.
Trey can't. His brain.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I tried it.
Okay. Yes, Middle Tennessee. Okay, you live in Middle Tennessee.
Okay, that's right. I knew you were in Tennessee.
10
so.
4. 10
Yeah,
4.
you'll enjoy Hartwell, man. It's a cool lake. Trey fished it.
Yeah, one time.
I've never fished
one
it
time.
yet.
Honestly, if I was gonna have to pick, I mean, I guess it depends on what time of year, but Hartwell, man, full of freaking brush piles, cane piles, and great place to take a topwater spook. Really big striper in there.
Place to ping him in her.
Great place to ping a Tony soft plastic minnow. Great place to throw a chatterbait or whatever, man. You can get away with anything on that lake. I guess just depends on when you're going to be there, but it's a really cool body of water, and then you can run up the river on there and go chase largemouth and stuff too.
Yeah, it's a cool lake. I've never fished it. You stopped on your way to Lanier.
Lanier's more fun, in my opinion. Just throwing that out there.
If anybody's down that way, I've never seen more brush piles in my life
Yeah.
than what is in
Lanier is more
It was
fun.
The most incredible thing I've ever seen.
Hartwell's cool, but the fish were in really bad shape last year.
Yeah, they had a
Um,
weird year.
And Murray is way better
2
than
years
both of
ago.
them.
It was
Yeah.
when Hartwell had. That was when MPFL was down there.
No, Mike won it last year. Corbusier.
They did go there.
Yeah,
last year.
they were just the fish were in like
That's
really.
right. Yeah, it was just
nasty
a
shape.
weird. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
They had a fungus or something.
Yeah, some kind of weird fungi.
Mhm.
not a fun guy. But
Tony, I want to make it to your neck of the woods, man, because I want to hit some of the TVA systems. I want to hit I want to hit Wheeler. I want to hit Gunnersville, obviously in Alabama. I want to hit freaking Pickwick. I want to hit some of those ledge lakes, dude. Like I really want to fish those. So
hey, small water chart. Are you catching on a frog? Because might ban you if you are. No, I'm just kidding.
we're fishing 2 foot or less water right now. See, that's heaven, man. You don't even have to turn scope on. You just go out there, you whip a frog around, or you're punching, or you're flipping, or you're throwing a bladed jig, whatever. Like that's some OG. Like I love that, dude.
I'm super duper peanut butter.
And you know what? That's why Pete and I, Lanier is where it's at, Tony. That's why Pete and I love the trail that we fish, because she shuts down in June, and then we roll right into fun fishing, which is
we tweak paddle. Oh yeah, I've done that down here. Burn them across the top of the pads and stuff, and then you can let them fall across the front side with the belly weight. Yep, there's some places I do that.
Horny toad, baby.
Yeah, or horny toad. Trey didn't believe in the horny toad.
I didn't believe in the horny toad, but now I got horny toads.
Yeah, then he saw me throw it and absolutely demolish him.
But there's only one way to do it, in my opinion. I don't see a better way. Show me a better way. Somebody show me a better way
than a horny toad.
I'm not gonna tell him the bait you use though.
No, I'm not telling him.
Or the hook.
No,
it's a game changer.
That's a trade secret.
It is a trade secret.
For $1,000, I'll tell you exactly what I do.
Yep.
Or a brand new HGS Pro 16.
We've been trying to get people down there with us.
I know. I invite people all the time. I'm like, let's go to the river.
We just need to shut our mouths.
Let's go to the river. And they're like,
throw frogs. You only need a frog and a horny toad,
like,
dude.
You know, Seth Ellis, who supposedly loves the frogfish. Hey, Seth, let's go to the river. Oh, I can't.
Oh, man. See,
a squirrel ran across my yard yesterday and left a footprint.
I got a checking and a savings account, and they don't talk to each other.
I never turned it that finer on. Water shallow, just haul butt, cross mats, and start fishing. Yeah, well, we can't do that, so I'm jealous.
Listen, if y'all ever
horny toad on the True South Twin V, yeah, that's a good one too.
That's a good one. Yep. Yeah, June is the time that I don't like to tournament fish anymore, and I like to just fun fish the absolute rest of the year.
Yeah,
100,000%, dude. Like, tournaments are cool, like they're fun. But I'm all like, okay, yep, I got my fill. Like I want to go fun fish. I want to relax, have fun with my buddies, man, and just bullshit and not have to worry about stress and stuff like that. So yeah. What happened? Horny toad, True South. You got that. Who's your favorite for Okeechobee and why? And winning bait? Tim Trini said.
Are the elites fishing Okeechobee this year?
I don't think so. I don't know. Who's fishing Okeechobee? Oh, no. Toyota Series is. MLF Toyota Series is fishing it because Mike's going down there. Oh. So he's fishing a BFL, and then that rolls into Toyota Series. I don't know if any of the
I don't think they are.
Tier 1
operators.
Tier 1 operators are fishing that. I don't know. Hey, listen. For those talking about Florida bodies of water or anywhere that you fishes like that, Tannic bodies of water and stuff.
Oh yeah, at least are going.
Oh, February 27th
to March 2nd. Man, that would be.
I mean, obviously you got to look at guys like Scott Martin,
John Cox.
John Cox
going to win his first blue trophy.
I think Scott Martin. I mean, you would have thought that too with Scott Martin last time, but
more than likely some kid will win in the river with a jerk bait and forward facing Southern Oregon. Mm-hmm. No, I'm just kidding. A few weeks ago, my wife, Captain Lydia, caught a 9-pound, 15-ounce on top. All right. Yeah, I'm banning this guy. No, I'm just kidding.
No, we need him. Need him.
My heart hurts right now.
I don't know, man. Scott Martin's got a lot of momentum from Okeechobee, but it's probably going to be a very different Okeechobee than when he fished it last year.
A lot of guys win on their home lake, but it's also very hard to win on your home lake.
For sure.
As odd as that sounds. The only one who's done it with a ton of success has been Lee Livesey.
Yeah, Lake Fork. And last year
he sucked.
He finished like dead last.
Yeah, he rode the struggle bus.
Yeah.
So it's hard to win on your home lake. And I said that last year, and I got a lot of crap for it because like Lee Livesey, like that's been the exception. A lot of folks,
But he finished last.
yeah, a lot of folks have not won on their home lakes or tournaments that they're, they think they're going to do well in. It's just there's a lot of additional pressure when you're at home.
Well, and
you got
dude,
more family and friends and
and
locals.
that bias.
Yep.
That bias comes
It's
into
hard
play.
to get
That
rid of that.
ego and bias, man, will destroy you.
You start fishing history because you've got so much history, and if the fish aren't where you think they should be,
Yep.
you don't adjust because they should be here. I just got to find where they are here, what they need here, or anything like that. So I fish a spinning reel, 30-pound braid, 7-foot 6-rod, and a paddle tail all day, every day. Hey,
What?
you got to fish what works for you, man.
Sounds like he's fishing for redfish.
I know. That's
I
cool.
love it,
Yeah,
dude.
you got it. If it works for you, brother.
Well,
that's
hey,
awesome.
small water charters, dude, check this out. If you head on over to onecastfishing.com and you're like, I never flip or whatever, they got a bait on there. It's called the Nighthawk, and they got it in hematoma color. It's a great bait if you're going to do something like that. You actually might be able to get away. And they got stingers on there too, that are paddle tail swim baits and stuff. So go check those out. Use the code to OneCast, and you're going to save like 10 or 15% or whatever that is.
Forward facing sonar, still running BPT. Only need 2 periods to catch 100 pounds. Yeah, I mean, we pretty much knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it. Jacob Wheeler caught 52 pounds in the first period yesterday, and I think caught 1 fish.
But Zach, though,
Zach Burge mashed him today. Good for him, man. He struggled yesterday and then dropped the bag today. It's
Zach Burge, one of our boys.
That's the thing. Like everybody's like, who made a change? I knew nothing was going to change that big with BPT, because if you can find the fish on that forward facing bite, you can rack the weight up with the every fish counts format. And
That's right.
Nothing's going to change at bass because all they did was limit the number of transducers.
Nothing will change a bass.
We're really going to, and screen size. So you can only have so many inches of screen.
55 inches of screen.
And we'll also see what we'll really see. We'll see what an impact is with the NPFL, especially with the number of absolute hammers fishing that, local regional guys, elite series guys, BPT guys. They're not allowed to use forward facing. So that'll be the tell all of what it is, what it's going to do. So I laughed at Wheeler when he couldn't use his slide scope. He was getting angry. Yeah. I mean, I understand like that tournament's not set up for not using forward facing sonar. They're coming out of a massive cold front.
They're in Texas.
They're in Texas. The fish aren't quite pre-spawn yet. Like it is an event where that's a huge advantage, and it's hard to get them doing other stuff. So I mean, I'd probably be pretty frustrated too, especially you sitting there and whack 52 pounds in the first period, and then you struggle the rest of the day.
Yeah, it sucks, man, but that's the way
Wait,
it is.
he's in it. He's got a shot. Weights reset tomorrow. He might go catch 90 pounds in a period tomorrow. You just don't
Watch him.
You
all
just
move
don't
to the
ever know.
bank.
Yeah, all fish will move to the bank. Everybody we catch them with frog. Robert Randolph, NPFL taking over the world. Yeah, they've got some momentum. So,
Dude, Robert, let me tell you this: the NPFL, and this is just us knowing Brad, Paul, Michelle, the rest of those guys very personally,
and a lot of the angler,
not
just NPFL's homegrown anglers, but also Elite Series and BPT guys.
The NPFL has no desire to be anything different than the NPFL. That's what their job is. That's what their goal is. Be like, we want to be a group, an organization that supports our anglers, gives them the opportunity to win a lot of money, doesn't try to be the Elite Series, doesn't try to be the BPT. We're going to work around their schedules. And I'm here to tell you, man, have they done everything the right way? I don't think there's a real thing as doing everything the right and wrong way. They've had some struggles along the way, but they've done a damn good job, in my opinion, at being an organization that really puts on a show that lets the anglers capture what they're good at. And looking forward to their season, man. I truly am. I think it's going to be really interesting. A lot of big names. And if you haven't heard any of our episodes on the NPFL, go back and listen to them. But they got a lot of Elite Series, a lot of BPT guys, a lot of OGs coming out of hibernation that were fishing the FLW, right? Fishing League Worldwide. you know, so that'll be really cool to see.
It's going to be an interesting year.
Yeah.
Where are you moving to, Tony?
think-
Moving up there.
Is he moving to
You're
Alabama or
moving to
Georgia?
North Carolina?
I think he's moving to Georgia.
Georgia? South Carolina? Somewhere cool like that. Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
One of the Linas.
one of the Lenas.
Mhm.
Old Lena. But yeah, it's growing, man. They've got a lot of eyes on them. Excited to see that. I know they're working on some new partnership deals and stuff. We should see those hopefully coming out pretty soon. What's up, Zach? Hope you're doing well, brother. Hoping to see those come out pretty soon and see what they got going. So you make mooch minnows? I know. Oh, you make the mooch minnow now too. I bought a bunch of the straight-tailed chatterbait minnows off you already. The one, well, that's what I use them for. I like them. I swap them when they're feeding on bigger profile bait because I like the profile of that a little bit better. Veda, if you sent a picture or something that didn't come through, bro, I'll have to go back and check it. But yeah, the MPFL will be the biggest teller of what forward-facing sonar will or will not do, and I think it'll help to push some of these other leagues either to make changes or to not make any more changes, if that makes sense. So viewership will either be up, and they've got, if you go back and listen to our episode we did a couple weeks ago with Paul Benson, they've got a whole different way of viewing this year. They're going away from the fixed TV. They're going to stream on YouTube and Facebook and all those places live. So no more special app or anything needed. And we'll see how that goes. And they're trying different things. They're trying to find what works best for the anglers, for the viewers. But I'm really curious to see the viewer numbers and if people are going to put their money where their mouth is, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
I picked up this YouTube channel, catch them up. Yeah, I appreciate that. Small. We haven't posted our recorded episodes, so we do release recorded episodes every week. We've been way behind on the video there, so we need to get caught up on that. That's in the plans. But yeah, appreciate you coming over, Smallwater. It's nice to meet you. When we make our way down there in the not too distant future, we'll hit you up and maybe we'll grab a meal or something and talk some fishing. We'd love to connect. But yeah, Robert, we're definitely interested in that. So I'm busy fishing and editing anyway. Yeah, I understand, man. Got to have stuff to listen to.
That's right.
But yeah, I'm definitely interested in how the production goes this year with the changes without the fixed TV. You know, there's a lot of logistics and technology to be able to do that. So it'll be interesting to see how they do moving that production internal. If nothing else, I think they've made the connections to get people that know that world, and I feel like it is going to be a good production.
You know what I'm curious to see? I'm curious to see how many MPFL anglers this year have a camera guy or gal rolling with them. Right?
Yeah, he didn't talk about any.
I mean, that'll be a personal choice that the angler has, right?
Oh, you mean like during the event? Yeah.
Right, but like the D team, they have a camera guy rolling with them.
Yeah, the intern.
Right, the intern. Great time, but and yeah, Luke and Fat Cat will be on site this year too, so they'll be out of Wisconsin. They'll be traveling with the league. But I'm curious to see how many of the MPFL anglers, the 100 and whatever that are on the roster, are going to actually bring a camera guy or gal with them, because it's interesting to see how the dynamics have changed over years. And a lot of companies are looking at that social media brand and in your influence and reach and stuff like that. But then we have conversations with our own partners, and they talk about, you might have 30, 40,000.
You too, Tony. Thanks for stopping in, bro.
You might have 30, 40,000 people on your YouTube or your Instagram or something, but really, what does that mean? It really doesn't mean a whole lot if you can't sell product, right? And this is going off in a huge tangent, so we won't go there.
Yeah, so use our codes, Dave.
So use our codes for CarolinaWatersNC.com, for OneCastFishing.com, for what else? Use our link for the Hobie Eyewear, and download.
If you buy a house from Terry, make sure that you
tell Terry
that we sent you. Hey, all I'm saying is Terry, I sent him a picture of the carpet decals the other night, and Terry said, I've sold 3 houses in the last 10 days, and I hadn't closed on a house since I closed on yours in August. And I said, well that's because you're with us now, Terry.
Yeah, they heard
Expect
the
this
show.
to keep rolling, bro.
That's right.
No, but
Have a good
I
night,
want
Tony.
to be completely transparent with everybody for a minute. Like, some of the companies that we have codes with do provide us a small commission back on sales, but we don't care about the sales. We care about
We've never
promoting.
taken a dime.
No, I mean, everything either goes right back to the show, or I just never click the cash out button. Like,
Yeah.
it just sits there. That's not what it's about for us. It's about giving y'all the opportunity to buy gear that we believe in at a discounted rate. But if you don't use our link and stuff, they don't know that you're doing it because of us, if that makes sense. And so when they run their metrics at the end of the year, they look at the OneCast and they're like, man, nobody really used your stuff. So what is the value in continuing our relationship with you? So it's super important that and I'm not saying you have to use our partners. We would love for you to support them. Sorry, if you listen to another podcast and they have a product you like better, if they have a code or a link, use it, because that's how these companies that we work with, that's how they can put measurable success towards
right.
our promoting for them.
Measure data that way.
Measure data. Yeah, I was trying to find the right word.
Measure performance.
Yeah. Whatever, however you want to look
Using good
it's
data.
tangible
analytics.
data.
Yeah.
You can look at clicks to buys and all of that stuff. So, we've been a lot of you went and bought Hobie Eyewear and didn't use the code or the link, which is great, but they had no idea how much we actually sold. Luckily, we had a lot of people write them and say that they learned about Hobie
Thank
through
you,
us.
Jamie.
So thank you, Jamie, and some others. Jamie, who won their Ambassador of the Year, learned about Hobie through our podcast. He listened to an episode, the first episode we had with Hobie Eyewear, talked about the product. He was like, that sounds awesome. So he bought him a pair. I don't know if he used our code or not, or our link. Hopefully he did and saved himself a couple bucks.
Sure.
But he makes really high quality content. He reached out to Hobie, or they saw him, reached out to him, wanted him to do some promoting for them. And he ended up winning their Ambassador of the Year last year. So, and he shouted us out in his write-up. So that was super cool. But that's tangible proof that people were learning about them through us. But yeah, so if you do order any of those, those floats, I'm telling you, folks.
I'll show them.
Yeah, show the Hall float. Like, that doesn't come in this packaging. This is the launch brand packaging, but it does come with the glasses. So these are the Sightmaster Pluses. This is 100% upcycled kayak plastic from their manufacturing process. So go listen to our episode next week. I'm not going to give it all away because you got to listen in, and the guys from Hobie will explain exactly how they do it. But they are upcycling. That's 100% upcycled in the frames. The lenses use a bio something coating. Go listen to the episode. They explain it all. And then that case it comes with 100% upcycled. So that is also made from the plastic. And then they use upcycled material to make the sleeve / what do you call it? Like microfiber to clean them. So you get all that when you buy them. They come in a little bit different box.
They're already only
and they're 100. So the mirrored lenses, so the Sightmaster Pluses, the blue or the green mirrored lenses are $119. And we got the hat. I don't think it comes with that. That's part of our thank you for showing these bad boys off. But yeah, the mirrored are $119, and then the regular gray framed are like $100, I think. So they're $120 without using our discount. Then you use our discount, and you save 10%. So it takes them to whatever that is. It 10 or 15%? I don't remember. It saves you money.
Something
they end up being like $80-some. You're helping the environment. You're getting a great pair of glasses. I've talked about.
Took them 40 years.
You guys are probably sick of hearing us talk about these Sightmaster lenses, but I'm telling you, they are a gigantic difference maker. And dude, the frames are so light. That was the first thing I noticed when they sent them, and I pulled them out of the box. I was like, they don't weigh anything. Super comfortable. There's no plastic on them, so you don't have to worry about nose pieces getting brittle and cracking like some other brands, or the ear little rubbery things getting brittle and cracking, and they float. So you're never going to lose them. So if you're a gas station polarized guy, but you go through 9 pairs of $10 glasses,
you just bought a pair of
Hobies that you're never going to lose, because when you drop them in the lake, they're going to float right back up. Lifetime warranty.
Yep.
That covers any defect of theirs. If you break a pair, with a tungsten weight to the eye or something, and you shoot them a message, they're gonna get you 50% off another pair. They don't cover user error, but they're gonna make sure you get another pair at a reasonable price. And say what you want, like if they replaced every pair of glasses that people broke, they wouldn't make any money because every time you did something, they would have to replace them. But the fact they'll give you a pair at 50% off to make sure you continue to have a high quality pair of glasses speaks volumes to me. So
Nick Kincaid just said Hobies are legit. That's absolutely right, dude. Like, oh man, it's amazing to me how much money, in my opinion, I have wasted on other brands of eyewear because it said a certain name.
Brand, C
how
brand,
many brands I've lost in the bottom of Sharon Harrison, Jordan Lake, and Gaston Lake and stuff like that. And then, we got on board with Hobie, and then last year during the tournament, I flipped mine off my head, changing my beanie, and it legitimately went in the water. It was not on purpose. And Pete just turned his boat around and we grabbed my glasses and we were still good to go for the day. And then I took a tungsten weight through the face. And then I got a new pair of glasses, and then I took a chandelier to the face and another pair of glasses. But I'm here to tell you, man, and then I'm staring at fish. I'm staring at 3 fish on the bed with my Sightmaster's on, my Everglades float. And I got a guy literally fishing for the same fish. I won't name his name, but he's on here. He can't see any of those fish. He can't see any of them. And I'm watching all 3 of them right here. And we're not talking angle of the sun, water clarity. We're talking he didn't have the right lenses and the right eyewear to see those fish, right? So you can take our word for it or not, but use our link and get your hands on those Hobies.
They do. They have prescriptions.
They do have prescriptions, Tim.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been one to really push hard on stuff. I mean, I'll tell you what I use and I like it, but when it comes to Hobie, like if you're using some of the other brands that I've used that are way more, you're throwing money away because you're going to get the same quality, if not better, at a significantly lower price.
Way less, dude.
And they've got more frames that
I have a $300 pair that are not Hobies, a $300 pair that my wife bought me years ago for my birthday or Christmas, hanging off my rearview mirror, and they're just sitting there.
I've actually got one that I keep in my boat because I didn't know how I was going to roll with Hobies when we first started using them.
Yeah.
And I just haven't taken them out yet. So I'm taking them out tomorrow because I don't need them anymore. And they'll be in the garage chilling for. I'll probably just sell them because I need to have a tackle sale.
Pete Dubs, man.
Pete Dubs, did you get your Hobies you won yet, brother?
Did you get them? Let us know. You should have got them. If you haven't, we'll have to beat somebody up. But you won the Mojo, the Everglades float frames, which are my favorite. Smaller head Everglades float frames are my favorite. And then Pete uses the Mojo float
because I got a big jacket.
He's got a big old head. So
big old
cool, man. Pete Dub got his. Hey,
awesome.
Make sure you take a picture of those, Pete. Tag us in those and put them on the old socials, and we'll get you. We'll spin that one up, man. Same thing for CJ House. I don't think CJ is a big social media guy himself, but CJ is a cancer survivor, and he met us at the Raleigh Fishing Show. We were really fortunate enough to meet him and Pete Dubs up there, and they both entered into the Hobie giveaway, and they're both winners. So
let me give an example. I want to give an example of the power of passive promoting, right? Like if you're an angler and you're looking for opportunities to promote for somebody, and what can you do? Something as simple as putting a sticker on the window of your truck. Pete Dubs was buying a vehicle for his wife at a dealership. We were there for a Fishers and Men meeting. He saw Trey's. I think we were in your truck. Might have been in mine. He saw the truck with the one cast on there and a few other fishing stickers. He looked us up, and he's been a fan ever since. And had we not stuck a sticker on our vehicle, he probably would eventually heard of us, but hopefully he would have heard of us eventually. I'm not saying we're big or anything, but locally we have a pretty good following.
Yeah.
And he checked us out, and he's been a fan, and we finally got to meet him face to face at the Raleigh Expo. And so these companies that you're trying to promote for, something as simple as putting a vinyl sticker on the window of your truck. can help somebody.
How many one cast stickers are hanging out on strollers?
Oh, yeah, every kid we see at every show, and
But
they
I-
just get.
But
yeah.
let me say something though. Pete was saying, there's part of me that really hates the fishing shows because we don't get enough time with you guys, right? There's so many customers and stuff coming up to the booths. I love the fishing shows. I love everything they're about, but I feel like I don't get enough time with you guys. And so this is where we really get a lot of time with you guys too. Here's on Fishing Friday Live. So make sure you share this stuff with your friends. Make sure you're like sending them out like, hey dude, like we want to engage with everybody.
Yeah.
Like we read almost every comment, right? I know David Fuchs was huge about that. Like, hey, you guys actually read the comments. I know there's a lot of fishing shows that may get like thousands and thousands of followers or whatever it is. I don't care. But we want to address all your questions. We want to do, because we're just like you guys.
And
We're
for
just here to
everybody,
talk fishing.
Yeah, for everybody that's here, like I promise you, no matter how big we get, and I'm not saying we're ever going to get that big, but it's
doesn't
important
matter
to me that we interact with as many comments as we can because, yeah, I mean, we do this selfishly for ourselves because we like to talk about fishing,
Yeah.
and we've got to meet a lot of really cool people. But the coolest people we've met, honest to God, are all of you that listen to us.
100%.
And getting to hear your stories and getting pictures sent to us of fish and having David Fuchs and his wife come down and support veteran organizations that we work with and then fish with us for a couple days and all that stuff. So, man, we really do this for you. And every podcast says that. I don't know if they all believe that. I've met some of those folks and they're not as interactive with their people, and that's them, whatever they are. And Nick, we are sexy, especially me. If you're fishing them, if I was fishing tomorrow, which I'm not, because I would get my boat put back together, I'm going to Jordan.
Jordan, 100%.
Because you are going to catch a absolute mega giant right this time of year on Jordan.
You're either going to have fun fishing shallow and not catching anything, or you're going to have fun fishing shallow and guaranteed not catching anything at Harris. I'm not going to say you can't catch them shallow at Harris right now. Don't get me wrong. But it's a great offshore lake during the cold time. Maybe this warm weather has like done better, but there's a lot more rock. Yeah. So there's a lot more areas to absorb heat, Robert.
On Jordan.
On Jordan than
you got the road beds, you got the rock. There's so much.
Yeah.
If you want to snag a catfish in the butthole,
go to Harris.
1,000%.
Go to Harris. 100%.
You got the best chance of butthole snagging a catfish.
And if you want to go crappie fishing, you can go to Harris.
Paul Stevens,
there's no limit. Yeah.
Appreciate you having the sticker on the truck, man. I'm hitting Jordan tomorrow. Everybody's going to Jordan tomorrow.
Shit. Well, we're going. Well, I'm going to Pete's, not Pete Dubs, but Pete S's house tomorrow, and I'm gonna drag my boat over there.
If I get up early enough, maybe we'll go to Jordan in the afternoon.
Well, maybe
up a little bit.
Who knows? Maybe
I don't know if there'll be enough time. Might need to go to Home Depot.
Yeah, I don't know if there's gonna be enough time.
All right, Jamie, rub it in my face, man. Heading to the Roanoke tomorrow. You got to go break that. I'm surprised, Jamie, that you're even talking to us anymore.
Yeah.
Now that you got that nice new Ranger, like I didn't think you could.
It's a new Ranger.
Yeah, he's got that new Ranger. Remember, I showed you the video.
Jamie, you're a traitor.
I don't know how you can associate with us peasants.
I got Jamie's Ranger, or I got Jamie's Polaris Ranger here.
You do have his Polaris Ranger
from him.
How do you think he bought that new Ranger?
Oh, no. He bought that new Ranger with my money, with his money.
Yeah, Jamie, you'll have to give me a shout tomorrow. Let me know how you did.
Jamie, that Polaris Ranger is working stellar, by the way. I think I put 3.2 hours.
I hate that we didn't get to see you at Raleigh. I know you had a lot going on, but we did get to see Matt. So
yeah,
we talked some smack about you and your nice shiny new Red Ranger, and
Red Rocket.
I'm looking forward to getting on that boat with you and doing a little fishing this year. So, also, I'll text you, Jamie, because I know you were looking for somebody to maybe fish Fishers and Men with, and I think I found somebody if you're interested. So, I'll get you two connected.
Like our classic.
Yeah, he wants to get back into fishing lakes and not just be a river rat.
Oh,
yeah,
Jamie crossing over to the dark side.
Coming over to the dark side. He got that forward facing now. Got him some power poles.
I'm stealing the tires off your trailer, Jamie. Just kidding, man. Hey, the more the merrier.
We would love to.
We love it, man. The camaraderie is way more important than the tournaments, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we're aggressive, we're competitors, we want to beat your face in, but at the end of the day, we would much rather sit back, have a beer, or cold beverage with you, and just have a great time.
I think that's what I love the most about the Fishers and Men is the meeting and dinner the night before, where everybody is just sitting around being friends. Like, talking about fishing, a shared interest, sharing some testimonials, talking a little bit about God, because it is a ministry.
It is.
And everybody's just excited to go fish. And then tournament day comes and everybody's competitive, and then weigh in everybody's buddies again. They're always congratulating people. You never see anybody getting mad. Like,
dude, in fact,
it's a great organization.
In fact, we never got into an altercation except for somebody that wasn't fishing a tournament with us this year. Every single competitor, you know, from MPFL pros to local pros. And by the way, it's not the MPFL guys you got to worry about. It's the guys who grew up when the lake was filled in back in like 1902 that have been here ever since. And you're like, oh, you know everything.
The only time I ever fear anybody in a tournament is if they show up in a 17-foot John boat with a trolling motor.
Yeah,
because that dude's about to kick your teeth in, boy.
You're like, oh, you got that?
Oh, yeah.
What you got there? And he's got like eagle. What are they, like eagle claw, like yellow rods, and he's got a John boat.
You're about to get smoked. That boy is bringing in a sack.
Yeah, he's got like the old
he's running 0.2 miles from the ramp, and he is going to kick your teeth in because he got a brush pile.
And you know what? Good for him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was that guy when I had an old aluminum 9.9 back up in Pennsylvania. That took a lot of people's money.
Yeah,
but I think it makes you fish.
I think so.
Instead of being able to run all over God's creation trying to
and
find
run
fish.
your mouth.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, we don't do that.
No.
We don't do that.
Unless you're that guy that yelled at us at Falls Lake. If you are,
if you're that guy,
just let me know which parking lot you want to
just let me know.
Offer is still on the table.
That was really rude, by the way. I'm just going to say, like, gave you 200 yards, if not more, and you still want to curse me like I'm the devil.
He was just
like,
because he saw you jaw jack that 6-pounder.
And that was the well, you ain't first, you're last. Why'd you put a cougar in the car? All right, let's wrap this up.
Yeah. Anybody, Jamie, keep learning, man. I'd love to get out with you and run around in that new Ranger just to see it. I'm super happy you were able to get that. I'm glad that we connected through my previous employer, and you know, I feel a little bit like I got you back, the fire back under you to do bass fishing, because you kind of got out of it a little bit. Now you're back in it, and it's I don't think there's any better way to de-stress and build relationships with people. Bassing with Big Malone. We're wrapping up for the night, but I appreciate you stopping in, brother. This will be on YouTube. You can go back and watch. We are live every Friday, 7 p.m. Almost every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. During the tournament season, they get a little bit more spread out just because we have mandatory meetings Friday nights. And yeah, Nick, I'm with you. I'd rather fish Fisher's Men than any other trail that I've fished. I'm 1,000% with you.
Same.
It's a great organization. Enchanted Mountain Fishing, what's going on?
What? That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I don't even want. We got all kinds.
What are we doing?
We got all kinds of new people.
Are we going to stay in here till midnight?
We can keep talking fishing if y'all want to talk fishing.
You know,
but he's a dog. Who's a dog?
Who's a dog?
Trey.
That dog's gonna hunt, son.
A dog hunt, son.
These colors don't run. America.
But yeah, like what were we talking about?
I don't remember.
Fishers of Men. Yeah, I fished other organizations and other trails, and they're fun. But a lot of them just become gambling. It's just gambling. Nobody talks, nobody hangs out, nobody's friends. You're throwing your money in the pot, and you either win it or you lose it, and that's kind of the end of the day. And you don't get that with the Fishermen organization. So no matter where you are in the country, look up your local Fishermen chapter. If you're looking to get into tournament fishing, if you're already a tournament angler and you want to get into a great trail with the opportunity to fish a national championship somewhere in the country, regional championships, national championships, all kinds of fun stuff. Check out the Fishers of Men. If you're new to the channel, Trey and I fished it for the first time last year. We had an absolutely amazing year. Awesome. Won Angler of the Year, which punched our ticket to the national championship, which is on Lake Murray in April. So we're getting prepped up to go down there to a lake. Neither of us is, well, I can't say we've never fished it. We've fished it once. And one day that turned into striper fishing because I saw things I never thought were possible in freshwater with the amount of striper that were feeding on top water for 3.5 hours. And we caught them on every cast. It was incredible.
Yeah, I had a bruise on my rib cage, bro.
Yeah, I had spines stuck all over me. It was awesome. But and then we tried to leave 4 times, and then they kept coming back up.
You just can't do it.
We couldn't leave, man.
I wish I would have jumped in the water.
You might have got 8, bro.
like piranhas, dude.
I know something would have got ate.
Wow.
I thought it was a little worm
Stop.
down there wiggling around.
You don't say that.
Look at that thing. That's the smallest night girl I've ever seen.
Oh, you nasty.
Oh, you nasty.
You nasty. They won't eat a buzzbait and
They won't eat a
Cinco.
buzz bait. They won't eat a Cinco.
No, not when they're coming up like
Not when they're up feeding on top. But they shots fired on Pete Duff said, yeah. They will eat anything else when they're on top. They will not eat a Cinco, no matter what color it is.
Nope.
And they won't eat a buzz bait. Absolutely wanted nothing to do with that. But anything else that touched the water, pretty much guarantee. It was one of the wildest things
It was so fun.
I've ever seen them out. And if I had a frog with me, I'd have thrown one of them out there and they'd have ate it too.
But you did have a big striper this year eat your frog dangling off the side
at
of
the
the
river?
boat. That was the coolest striper eat I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause your
luckily I was
dad-
paying attention.
Because we caught 3, 6, 9, 12. We caught 12 striper between the three of us in 3, 6, 9, 12 casts.
Yeah.
In fact, we'd have 3, 4 stripers hooked up on the same cast that couldn't.
Yeah.
Just we're fighting over the spook,
straighten
right?
a hook.
Yeah, but Pete had his hollow body frog hanging over the front of the boat as he was trying to get his spook thrown out there when they were schooling, and a striper came up. I think it was just like the skirt of the frog, the legs of the frog were hanging there, and a striper came up and he grabbed the rod fast enough, set the hook, and caught a striper on a hollow body
This is a
frog.
big one, too.
Never seen, yeah, big one too. Not like a 19 incher, like a 20 something, like a 26 incher.
Yeah. Luckily I was
So-
paying attention.
Yeah, good choice in beverages. I don't know what you're talking about, Pete Dub. We're not sponsored by these guys, but hey, they want to shoot some money our way. We're all about it.
Yeah. If anybody owns a brewery and wants to sponsor a
Yeah.
podcast.
If you guys know breweries and they need their cold ice beverages sponsored,
the old one-eyed worm.
Word.
The old one-eyed purple wiggler.
that's right.
There's actually a color of worm
There is.
that was named the purple wiggler.
Yeah, I think I
Because
have one
remember
out
the
there.
guy that came up to us said,
doesn't it have like 3 hooks in it.
no, that was the cream worm.
Oh, that's a cream
The purple
worm.
wiggler was a color. I don't know if you remember, or you might not have been in the booth, but it was at the Classic 2 years ago when we were there. And somebody came up and he was like, "You know anybody got purple wiggler?" And we were like, "What?" And he was like,
You're talking about
"It's a color worm." Yeah, he was like,
I
"It's a
wasn't
color
there.
worm. It's called purple wiggler. Can you all
Uh-uh.
make it?" And we were like, "I don't even know what you're talking about, bud." And apparently it was called purple wiggler, and it was that guy wanted that color bad.
Yeah, well, he can talk to who's our buddy here that makes worms?
Which one?
Oh,
Oh, Carol.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
Carol. Shoot,
Carolyn?
Caraway.
Caraway?
Nick, what's that dude? Oh, he can hit up Deep Creek Lures. They'll
Deep
do
Creek
custom
Lures.
colors.
Deep
Yeah,
Creek
hit up
Lures will
Deep
do it.
Creek Lures. Some you want the purple wiggler.
We're not affiliated officially with Deep Creek Lures, but they have awesome baits.
They do.
They have awesome soft plastics.
The one thing I'm glad is to this point we don't have like an exclusive soft plastic provider.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about it.
because there's so many companies that make really good stuff. We use a ton of missile stuff. We're blessed to know them guys.
We
and
use one cast fishing
One cast
stuff.
fishing. We use Deep
Missile,
Creek.
Deep
we
Creek.
use all kind that Caraway or whatever I can't even think of his company's name right now.
Caraway.
Yeah, something like that.
Mhm.
There's a lot of really good local bait, man. Tony, who was on earlier, Tony Soft Plastics. He makes some. He has some molds of some larger companies that he makes baits of, and so you
Yeah.
can get them at a significantly lesser price.
Damn right. Keep doing what
Swamp
you're doing,
Fox
Tony.
Customs, our boy down there in South Carolina. We use a bunch of his stuff.
Actually, we're going to be getting some new paintings in, aren't we? With Jeff.
yeah, Jeff Christensen.
Jeff Christensen.
You were gonna call him Jeff Foxworthy?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Jeff Christensen, who
His wife's texting him. He's in trouble.
no,
You're lying.
it's a buddy of mine.
Oh, everything all right?
Yeah.
Jeff Christensen. We saw him at the Raleigh
Who did-
show.
yes,
he did
so he
these
did
2
these
paintings over
paintings.
here. We're gonna get some more
He
from him.
designed our logo. He did not paint that one. Somebody else did.
No, he designed it, but a business partner of mine, Seth Hartman, painted that.
Yeah,
that's
so
pretty cool.
he's got some new paintings he wants us to hang up in here. So we're gonna rotate them. And I think we're gonna do a giveaway or something for these ones.
I think so. We might as well.
Yeah, we're gonna do something to try to get these in y'all's hands. So more to come on that once we get some updated.
We'll sign them.
We'll put something together. We'll sign the
We'll
back.
sign the frame.
What's on the frame? Yeah, I like that.
What's on the frame?
What's on the frame? You can get a little piece of.
So one of them's a crappie, and then the other one looks like
it's a smallmouth in a river.
It looks like a mean mouth, doesn't it?
It's a largemouth in a river. Looks like something you see down the road.
Kentucky.
It's a old Kentucky bass.
Kentucky bass.
It's a daggum Kentucky bass there.
All right.
They don't grow them like that anymore.
All right, folks.
All right. Yeah.
We've been running our sucks here for an hour and 21 minutes. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you head on over to all the sponsors that we talked about, the partners, really. OneCastFishing.com, CarolinaWatersNC.com. Use the code OneCast for both of those. Use our link for Hobie Eyewear. Check out the Deep Dive app on your Apple Store or Play Store. Download that. You can do the free trial, or you can do the $80 a year. And then if you're in the market for real estate, you can check out Terry Carpenter. We got a huge logo of his that's going on our boats and jerseys. He's your local dude here. It's going to get you hooked up, and he's a bass fisherman himself. So,
yeah.
Appreciate you guys on this Fishing Friday Live.
Yeah, appreciate everybody coming. Have an awesome weekend if you're getting out fishing. If you're not, whatever it is you're doing, have fun, stay safe. Yeah, appreciate everybody. Love y'all. Help us continue to grow a culture of anglers, helping anglers one cast at a time.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh God, it's a toad, son. It's a toad, dude.
Let's go.